I'm thinking about the economic and social benefits that VCTs provide. Ian, would you like to tell us a bit more about that?
Well, for me, I think the main economic social benefit of VCTs is just from what you've just said, Annabel. Technology, the extent to which the VCT industry is backing British technology and innovation, which of course is ultimately absolutely key to productivity growth and incomes in this country. Um, uh, and I think also I think it was the AIC that produced the data that in 2022 the VCT sector backed 350 British companies. And as we know, in the UK, we don't have the tech giants, the Magnificent Seven or whatever they're called these days, that the US benefits from. So our innovation has to kind of percolate up a lot more bottom up. So for me, that's the main thing. Oh, of course, there are sectors that we invest in which have positive social spin-offs or even direct social spin-offs. We invested in a company called Fertifa last year, which is bringing software to help employees of larger companies deal with fertility issues or menopause issues or whatever. Those are some of the ways, Annabelle.
Yeah, well, we really do need to build our technology winners of the future. And I totally agree with you. That's so important. I'm so pleased that VCTs are part of that. Nick, how about you? What about the economic and social benefits?
Yeah, well, as Ian says, the most direct benefit is the jobs that are created in the UK from these high tech companies, and these are high value jobs, not not low level ones. And I'm sure we could all come up with our stats on how many jobs have been created directly in our companies. But I think it's also important to remember that even when a company has been sold by a VCT, if you've got the exit for the benefit of the investors, that growth in jobs is still continuing. I was part of two startup companies that got taken over, and the acquirers carried on hiring because of that technology and because of that business they'd bought even after that. But again, as Ian says, that there are could be direct social benefits as well. We invested in a company called Culture Shift that was workplace bullying and harassment, direct social benefit as well as the commercial return to shareholders. Plenty of examples like that.
Yeah, well, that is very reassuring to hear those benefits. Andrew, I mean, you've got a very specific type of technology you're investing in. I'm sure there's some very specific benefits.
Yeah, and I'll build on what Ian and Nick have said. It's bringing new technology to market is incredibly important, and bringing that new technology to market creates a lot of jobs in the process and creates the STEM jobs. And we invest in companies all over the country, so we're creating jobs all over the country. We're investing in underrepresented founders. We're solving what are pretty important problems, and in a range of different technologies. So I'll give you a couple of examples. We backed a company that spun out of the University of Loughborough. It's developing a flood early warning system. So it originally developed a sophisticated flood modeling platform to route ambulances out when floods arose, but it worked out that it could use that for an early warning system with a range of sensors and help people take preventative action before floods, to avoid unnecessary flood damage. And then we backed another company that came out of the University of West England near Bristol, and it's developing a low-cost bionic arm using 3D printing and 3D scanning. And that has direct benefits to all of its users from an inclusivity perspective. And I think they hold the record for providing a bionic arm to the youngest patient in the UK and the US. And these companies brought their technology to market with investment from VCTs.